Now, I know what you all are thinking, and I was worried about this too. After all, this week they put our main characters on a boat, which is surrounded by water, but thankfully they did not give in to temptation and put Roman in a swimsuit. So don't worry, there is no need for the Fate Khalid meter this week. I mean, we'll probably need it eventually. After all, there's like 3 more years of this show, and Japan has a lot of water. So we'll save that for later. You'll have your chance, my friend. You will have your chance. So this week we kind of went a little weird. Yes. So, we open this week's episode with, as usual, our 20 seconds of plot progression as the crew is sitting around, Yuga's working on a deck, Luke's being an idiot, and Roman and Gakudo bring up what could be a very interesting plot point, and that being, if Yuga is now interested in being the Dual King, and Luke wants to be the Dual King, who ends up being the Dual King? Whoever uses Orcust, that's who! But no, the point being is that, well, where is that going to lead? Which then brings up the next interesting question, and something I didn't think would actually come up. What would Luke do if he was the Dual King? What is his ultimate goal here? Which is sort of a neat idea. It's always just in these sort of shonens like, well, you want to be the Dual King because you want to be the best. Yeah, that's right. Well, in this show, because of everything they're doing with Rush Duels, being the Dual King kind of means a little bit more. So that sort of becomes the question of what are your goals, what are your hopes, and all that good shit. And having it be with the character who's meant to sort of be a character, a parody of shonen hothead idiots, I think is actually kind of a nice little touch. But then, of course, we go on to what becomes the main sort of thrust of the episode, and that being Kaizo. I'm gonna remember his name. I might remember his name. It's like a 50-50 shot. I just won't go back to calling him Lolicon Robot. But anyway, so Kaizo comes back, says, I found the next location for the relic. It's on a weird random island in the middle of the ocean, and I've already secured a boat. Now, if this was any other Yu-Gi-Oh!, this would be the moment where you start going, wait, what? No, that sounds ridiculous. What's going on? But because this one is so much more laid back and comedic and is more open to sillier things happening, I kind of didn't question it. The difference between something like this and with the relic coming out of the ground is it's just a simple, subtle excuse to get the plot going. You don't really think about it, which comes into play a little later. We'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, so then Yuga and crew secure their fishing vessel. They get on where it turns out this is a boat where Goha sends children out to catch fish. First up, yeah, right, there's gonna be any fish left in the near future when this show takes place. Also, it's a Japanese fishing boat. You know they're using this shit to kill whales and dolphins. So anyways, they get onto the ship where we meet, I assume, and who it is officially my headcanon, Mako Tsunami's great-grandson. Yes, many of you may be thinking that makes no sense, but I don't care. It's my headcanon, god damn it. Look at this kid. Jesus Christ, he's got the fish in the eyes and the muscle on this 11-year-old. This is a Chad Yu-Gi-Oh! Player if anyone ever existed. So then he's all and he's nice at first, oh, who are you guys? Oh, this boat isn't coming back for a month. Which again is something you just wouldn't question in a sillier Yu-Gi-Oh! But kind of comes into play later. So then we see that the bike, which can become a robot, decides to follow Yuga and crew. I'm not really sure how it sees, as it was insinuated Kaizo is the head and therefore how it detects where it's going, but whatever. So then it goes out, swims out to them, gets caught in a net like so many dolphins and Chinese hookers, and then while they have the robot up, Yuga says it's one of his, and they're like, you polluting bastard! We will deal with you the only way we know how! Throw you overboard! Oh no, wait, now we're gonna challenge you to a children's card game, and instead of just taking you at your word or just not trusting you and calling the police, we'll let a duel solve it. We're going to let card games solve the environmental crisis. That's how we fix the world right now. You know how you beat COVID? All 5 pieces of Exodia. So anyways, so then we get into the duel where it's Yuga versus Fish Guy, and yeah, this is pretty much filler to get us through the episode, but fuck it, it's fun. He's got his weird robot fish. I mean, like, nothing will top Ryoga and his sharks, but you know, this is cool. Yuga's going up. The strategy with what kind of looked like Yumi got jacked was kind of fun, like decreasing the attack, sort of this weird control strategy. I kind of dig it. I think it's weird Yuga has a level 5 vanilla tribute monster. Like, come on, 1700 attack points? What is this shit? So anyways, the duel commences, and of course, what is this guy's big ace? You've seen your dragons in Yu-Gi-Oh! You've seen your epic warriors, your gods, your freaking anime waifus. What is his big ace monster? Big Tuna. Yep, that's right. Big motherfucking Tuna. That's right, you thought you saw it all. No, bitch. No. No 7 roads for you. No galaxy eyes. No DDDs. No Boroloads. Big fucking Tuna! It's actually kind of a fun card. I liked it. So then, of course, Yuga comes up with sort of a strategy to save it. I sort of thought it was a weird moment where the other three are like, it's okay, Yuga will think of something. And he's like, I wonder if that's just meant to be like a little throwaway joke, or if the idea is insinuating that as the duels and opponents he faced get stronger, it's going to mean that he's not maybe as sure of himself. Maybe he's still a little psyched out from his duel with Roa. I don't know if it'll go anywhere. I thought the last interesting plot point was going to go somewhere and then didn't. But yeah, no, we'll just take that as it is for now. He summons a new boss monster. Not going to lie, I'm kind of getting sick of 7 roads every duel. This new one is kind of neat. It's not your standard protagonist guy. I mean, it does sort of look like something Yusaku or Yusei would use, but I thought it was cool. I thought it was fine for what it is. It was kind of neat. I like the big explosions. Yuga wins the duel, where we then get some interesting world building. Well, actually, we got it at the beginning of the duel, but these jokes are too fresh, goddammit! Where we find out rush duels have actually spread around the world. It's actually kind of interesting, like this interesting idea that, you know, it's kind of already gone worldwide, which kind of makes you wonder, how is the rest of the world going right now? Maybe they're not under the control of Goa. Maybe it means that Yuga and crew could get outside help. Like, that could be kind of interesting. Maybe we get a little Yu-Gi-Oh! Around the world, because I'm starting to get sick of every one of these shows being set in one city, and that's about it. So just please give us a different setting for once. God, I know you're on a budget, but like, at least give us a desert. The last desert arc was cool. Anyways, I have no joke for that. Just I want a desert. Anyways, so then the rush duel is over. Fish Guy decides, yeah, you're all right, Yuga. It's not like you have a killer robot who is also really pervy. Where we then get a twist I actually quite liked. First up, I like they didn't drag this out for too long. It was last episode, so we get the revelation that long. And they sort of hinted at this last week, and that is Kaizo has been hacked by the other robots, who proceeded to actually do something I didn't expect. I thought the idea was going to be that it looked like the bike was actually the bad one, but no, in reality, Kaizo, the main drone, has actually been hacked, but is still pervy for Roman. That does not change. And the bike thing actually is the good guy. I think that's a neat, different little thing. And also, I love the idea that the plan for just getting rid of Yuga is to just trap him on a boat for a month. That's kind of fucking brilliant. Like, what's he gonna do? He's 11. We just trap him on the fucking fishing boat that isn't coming back for like a month. He's dealt with. He's over. It's done. And it's a trap, and it's brilliant because, again, they take advantage of the fact that this is a more laid-back, goofier Yu-Gi-Oh! So you're just not going to question some of the things you would in a more serious one. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want the plot to start going somewhere, but that's a good way to do it. So then it turns out they have a speedboat, and they get everyone back, and I like the little detail that Yuga and Roman are seasick, but Gakudo and Luke are fine. So then they go back, where we end the episode revealing that Kaizo has gone to the AI restaurant. That was a weird background detail from a filler episode, but now might be important. I kind of respect the fact that this show figures out fun little ways to keep the different aspects of the filler relevant to the plot. I don't know, it just makes it a bit more fun and a bit more rewarding to sit through some of the more just sort of throwaway episodes, which this Yu-Gi-Oh! Will seem to have plenty of. So yeah, that was this episode. It was big, it was dumb, it was goofy. I kind of fucking loved it. So yeah, that was this week. Tell me what you think about it below. And as for the TCG question of the week, new meta is here. And based on weekend one of just people doing playtesting, from what I'm seeing online, it seems like Adamancipator fell off a lot worse than I thought it would. Again, it's only just the first weekend of testing. People will figure stuff out. But also, Orcust is back. Fuck you, Konami. Why? So yeah, give me your thoughts about that below. And as always, click to like, click to subscribe, and join me next week where it looks like Yuga and crew take on capitalism.